So welcome, lovely yogis. Just taking whatever position on the mat suits you to start, whether it's a lying down position or a seated position. Having a moment to ground and check in with how you're feeling in this moment. Take a lovely conscious breath. Inhale. And a lovely long exhale. Often just that one thing can bring us back into the present moment. And so having a few moments also to just scan through your body. How do you feel? What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Physically. Noticing how you're feeling emotionally. Whether you're feeling calm, whether things recently have upset the apple cart a little bit. It's always nice to know that when you come to your mat, it's a place where you can just let all that go. Relax. What do you need from your practice today? Is it just some peace and quiet, me time? Are you looking forward to moving the body, stretching, feeling a little bit more spacious inside? So it's sometimes nice to inquire within what draws us to our mat? What keeps us in this practice regularly? It might simply be that it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you, and that's lovely as well. So if you're lying down, just have a few moments now to perhaps take the arms overhead, come into a nice long stretch. And if you're already seated, maybe you'd like to just roll the shoulders or tilt the head. Just feel into the body before we come to seated. And then drawing knees into chest. Have a nice moment to rock from side to side on the back or roll in circles and feel the outer edges. And then when you're ready, just rolling up to seated. This morning we will do mindfulness of breath. It's a lovely one to return to all the time, this little practice. Even though it may feel the same in the way that the stages we go through we're familiar with, but each time it may feel different. So just reminding you, 4 stages. The first part we count the out breath, 1 to 10, and then we swap and then we count the in breath, 1 to 10, really focusing on how that feels. The third part we just drop the counting. And by then, the fourth part, we really hone in on how it feels to breathe, what's going on with the body and the mind connecting with the breath. So just resting your hands to Dhyana Mudra. This usually takes about 5 minutes. And let your eyelids close. Relax your face, your shoulders, your back. And when you're ready, we'll start to count the out breath, 1 to 10. Keep relaxing. After 10, just change over and start to count the in-breath. When your mind wanders, just try to return to your breath. And after those 10 inhales, release the counting. Sometimes I just say in and out. And just now release any thoughts and just really try and focus on how it feels to breathe. All the movements in your body. Just taking a few more conscious breaths. And we can blink our eyes open, coming back into our practice. If that's something you really like doing, that took about 5 minutes, just with the 10 count of the exhale and the inhale. But if you want to sit down and make that a longer practice, you can count to 20 or more with the in and the exhale, or alternate between an exhale and inhale, an exhale and inhale, whatever you want to do. That is quite a sort of an adaptable practice, one I really love. We're going to come into butterfly to start. So a nice gentle hip opener. If you need supports under your thighs, please take some cushions or 2 rolled up blankets and just really let your legs rest, because although my legs can come here, some people are a little bit higher up or they're all the way to the mat. We're all different, so just going where it's comfortable. And then when you're ready, you can just sort of start to explore leaning into the pose. Gently breathing to the belly. And just enjoying whatever your body is revealing. Just keep checking whether you're tight in your calf muscles or the inner thighs. Relaxing the shoulders and your upper back. Just keep looking through your body where you might have tension and can possibly relax and release. How do you feel in this pose? Is it a nice feeling that you're feeling? Or is it a feeling that you're tolerating or exploring the challenge? Does it feel a bit achy but not unpleasant? And as you breathe to the belly, you can feel the lovely movement in the lower back and expansion in the upper back. And we'll take a few more breaths here. Gently lifting up, nice and slowly. And coming into Shavasana. Have a nice sigh. Just take a few moments to let your spine settle. Relax the muscles in your lower back. How long does it take you to fully relax? With every out breath that you take as you rest here, just notice if there's something else just releases a little bit more. So when you're ready, let's draw the knees in. Enjoy a nice rock. And the next pose is dragon. So rolling up If this pose doesn't suit you, you know you can't do it, it's quite a strong pose. Just choose a two-sided posture that you can come in. But I'll show you what dragon is. It's the deep lunge. If you need a little bit of padding under your left knee, just a small blanket perhaps, or a low cushion. And then dragon is where we bring the right leg forwards. It comes to, your foot is on the outside of your hands. And we come into this kind of lunge. If you have blocks and you want to use them for the hands just to give you a little bit more lift, if that is more comfortable, then that is an option. Sometimes it's nice to start here. We won't hold this too long. It is a strong pose. But just see how you feel in it. Try to allow the gradual relaxation in the legs and the hip flexors. You let the head relax if you wish. Notice if you find you're tensing in the abdomen. And just take some deep, deep breaths to try and breathe through and continue relaxing. Notice what's going on in your mind. What's your inner dialogue through this posture, whether it's feeling challenged, whether it's difficult. Where else can you relax? If you want to come onto your elbows, you can, if you have that flexibility in this moment. Notice if your feelings change towards this posture as you stay in it a little while. So we're going to just take 2 more breaths. And gently come out. Being very aware of your back knee as you start to lift up and release out. So take your time to come down to the mat. You're going to feel that through the tops of your legs. This is fine. That was only 3 minutes that we did there. I find it interesting to notice the inner dialogue that goes through perhaps all our minds, whether we're enjoying that, whether we can't wait for it to end. And maybe just as we come out, there's that sort of feeling of, okay, I'm tolerating this. Perhaps you love it. Perhaps the sensation is exactly what you need. But as you lie here, just notice now what you feel and where it feels quite refreshed. Follow any sensation that you get of chi moving, coldness or tingling, different patches of warmth. Keep relaxing the legs and buttocks and back. Just enjoying a short pause while everything starts to fade. So drawing these in, thinking about what's going through your mind as we come into the other side, whether we are looking forward to this pose, whether it's something that we're just going to endure, or whether we can embrace this lovely deep stretch. So coming into the other side of whichever pose you chose, coming up. And again, I do always suggest a nice little cushioning for your knee. Bringing the left leg forwards now. Using blocks if you wish. It's nice to just try them, start with them, and you can always take them away. So dragon with the left leg forwards. Sometimes I feel like the second side is not always mentally as bad because we know what we're preparing ourselves for. But look for your imbalances between your sides of your body. There's always a little bit of a difference. Try and relax the thighs, buttocks, the tightness in your abdomen. And just notice anything that kind of tenses up again after you feel you've relaxed it. Follow your breath. Really try to surrender and let go here. Anytime you need to come out, please do. Again, just notice what's going through your mind. Two more breaths. Gently being aware of your knee, rocking back slowly as you come out. Take your time to come down. If you have used blocks, you can keep them handy. We're going to come into heart bench next. Come down for a little rest. Just inquire what's going on in the body. Have a moment to sigh it out. Relax. You might feel it around the hands and wrists as well, through the arms and shoulders. Perhaps also notice if there is a feeling of accomplishment with the pose. So just enjoying gently breathing here, following the chi or temperature change. And then gently we'll bring these in. Have a lovely little hug as we're going to come into heart bench. If heart bench doesn't feel right today for you, then bench, resting over the pillow. So we'll roll up. So if you haven't got 2 blocks, the alternative is a nice gentle posture, similar sensation, where we take the cushion a little bit away from the body and we relax back, where we're opening through the thoracic spine. So that is always quite lovely. If you do have 2 blocks, then heart bench is a lovely heart opener. We put 1 block behind the back in alignment with the spine, around the heart area, and the other block just to rest the head. And please always take a few moments to adjust your block. I always like to just have a few goes at moving it to where I feel like it needs to be. And then just resting back. Make sure your head feels supported. You can take your arms out to the side if you wish, like a little bit higher if that's comfortable and you have room. Or just resting them by your side. And maybe just close your eyes. Have a few moments to feel whatever you feel. Settle into the posture. Such a lovely pose for allowing the chest to expand where it's often contracted, and the back of your body to relax where that is often stretched. How do you feel? Is this a welcome feeling? If we've been holding a lot emotionally, whether it's a recent thing or a historic thing, this is a really lovely pose just to allow a release. If emotions have been felt a little bit pent up, then this posture can encourage a softening. Enjoy noticing the very gentle breath. witnessing your thoughts. Just checking in with anything else you can relax a little bit more just as we head towards the end of the pose. So we'll take a deep breath in. And then gently lifting your head, using your arms to support your body. Come up. Just put the blocks aside. Roll yourself down. Relax. Notice how you feel. Tune into your emotions. Can you identify what you're feeling in the moment? And then gently, we'll bring knees into chest. Right one, then left one. Take a nice long moment to rock here. Roll around and just feel whatever you feel in your back. So we're going to come into bridge now, supported bridge. Using the block that you've had handy, you have the choice of the top height. If you don't feel like you want to be there today, turning it on to the second height down. So lying back down, bringing feet to buttocks, lifting the body and placing that block on that little flat part of the sacrum. Not encroaching onto the lumbar vertebrae. You'll feel that lovely little flat place, sort of almost in line with the top of the buttocks. And then just rest the arms out to the sides. The two places I find that you'll tense up are the thighs and buttocks, this area, this lower area, and also where your shoulders connect to the mat and that upper back area. So try to keep relaxing these two parts of the body. Deep breaths. Keep relaxing. You'll find your body tenses up again in certain areas, so keep rotating your awareness around your body. Enjoying the belly breaths, movement up into the chest. Relaxing thighs and buttocks, softening shoulders. How does this pose feel today? At any time you need to, you can come out. Keep relaxing. And we'll just take a few more breaths. In your own time, just perhaps coming onto the toes, lifting the body away from the block. And very gradually coming down to the mat. And relax again. If you need to wag your tail a little or rock the pelvis just to find a comfortable position, please do. How do you feel? How does your whole back feel after heart bench and then bridge? So bringing these in. Nice gentle rock. We're going to come into banana, which is a side stretch. So bringing the legs back down to the mat. If this doesn't suit you, choose another two-sided pose that you can do, or just come into it but very gently. You can do one side a little bit softer if you need to. We'll take the feet over to the lower right corner and then bring that right foot over the left. And then if this is perhaps where you want to just stay, then that's okay. We're getting a little side bend. But if you can, bring your shoulders up to the top right corner, just relax through the buttocks. And then you're starting to create a nice stretch through the left side of the body. Arms can come overhead, if that feels nice. Or cactus arms, just bend at the elbow, encouraging a lovely stretch through the top of the chest. Or if you're quite happy bringing your arms back down to the sides of your body, a bit more restful, you can stay here. And at any time you feel like you're too deep into the stretch, just perhaps loosen out a little bit. If you need to stretch more, then you can swap your feet. Just cross the other foot over and that deepens the stretch. Deep breaths, just relax here. Again, just observe what goes through your mind, that inner dialogue of thought. How different are your thoughts in this pose compared with dragon, perhaps? You might find this more restful. Keep relaxing even your arms, hands and wrists. Just noticing if you're tense in the buttocks or lower back. This is a lovely pose for encouraging more flow and balance into the left side of your body, either our feminine side. Also very good for the health of our gallbladder. Let's just take another breath here. And slowly coming back into centre. Just uncross your legs, find a nice neutral spine. Have a few moments just to reflect on how you're feeling. Enjoy the pause between your poses. Where can you feel coldness or a little bit of a chill through the body, tingling, chi moving? And then let's just come over to the other side. So bring the feet over to the lower left corner. Bring your left foot over the right ankle and then just again shuffle the top of your body towards the top left corner. Moving arms wherever you wish. If you started with the arms overhead, perhaps explore that again. Or cactus. Or simply resting them by your body. Try to soften through the buttocks and lower back if they're tense. Relaxing shoulders. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. Following your breath as it moves, perhaps more into the right side of your body. Right side very much linked with our masculine aspect, Pingala. Just following your breath and the movement. Keep relaxing anywhere that you find you've tensed up. Softening around the neck. Relaxing all the facial muscles. How do you feel? What do you feel? Where do you feel it? So one more breath. Very gently, just finding your way back into Shavasana, neutral spine. Have a few moments just to tune into the feelings and sensations in the body. Where do you feel sensation flowing? It's a lovely pose for the liver and the kidney channel and organs as well. If you feel any sensation on the inner legs, inner thighs. So bringing these into chest. Again, enjoying a nice rock here. Roll on your back. Massage the back. And coming into relaxation now. So either seated or lying down, whichever you prefer. Making sure that you're nice and comfy, nice and cozy. So blankets, socks or clothing. The relaxation part of your practice is just as important as the poses, the breath work, the mindfulness. If you can relax back or relax seated and still be conscious, aware of everything, but in a relaxed way. So we'll draw a little card. This is a little pack called Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So as you relax here, just bring this thought to mind. I can accept myself as a vibrational being. Once you begin to accept yourself as a vibrational being who attracts all things that come into your experience, once you understand the correlation between what you are thinking, feeling, and what you are receiving, you then hold the keys to get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be on all subjects. I'll let that sit with you. The vibration that we send out to those around us, to the universe, is what we attract. It's not what we think, what we want, what we write down. It's how we vibrate. So if we're vibrating happiness, joy, wellness, giving, sharing, that's what we receive. We're like a mirror. But if we're vibrating a little bit of doom and gloom and woe is me, then that's sometimes what we receive. So just the art of being conscious is very helpful here. So just noticing where your mind was wandering just then. Where was your level of vibration? How do you feel now? How does it feel after your practice, after this little time on the mat with yourself? Me time. Check in with your energy. Have a moment to root down. Maybe take a deep breath in and a nice long sigh. Wiggling fingers and toes now. Rolling the head side to side if that feels good. Shoulders. Full body stretch. And then bringing knees into chest if you're lying down. And gently rolling up in your own time, coming to seated. We can bring our hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.